Hey guys, thanks for tuning in, and this is another video, kinda tutorial-ish. It's more like a demo of how modular player build works. Right, so this video is not intended for, generally people who don't code or not interested in add-ons or stuff like that. This is not really a development preview or anything like that. This is actually a working product that is already integrated in Epoch. Right, so for those interested, no, I'm sorry, for those who is not interested, you feel free to stick around, but you might get bored. You might get bored pretty quick. But for those who actually came here for the reason, here we go. Right, so this is how it works. This is the Daisy Epoch, Aval's Epoch from GitHub, right? Let me quickly show you the compiles. Right, so the first thing first is if the modular build is not enabled, which is disabled by default, it will be using a vanilla player build system. So we're not interested in that. But once it's enabled, the whole very same system will be split into multiple functions. So as you can see there, this is a function, right? Just one large function, and this is just 10 smaller chunks of the same function, which lets you access each part independently, separately, at any given time you want. And that means also you can grab one of these, you can drop it in your mission file and edit and pre-compile from there from your custom compiles. That's it. Well, job done. No, well, let's do a demo, right? So basically, the reason this script was born was because I had this trouble with plot hole checks. Basically, you could do a little bit of base griefing if you start building outside the plot hole. You could just run in with your build object. You have these 5 or 10 meters or whatever, and you can build the object like that. It could be still used for griefing, but I was not okay with that. So I thought, well, how do I change that? If I wanted to change that, I would have to bring the whole freaking bunch of code down in the while function. I'm sorry, in a while loop, and I mean, what's the point of having a duplicate code? Sorry, like, if you get the idea, it's cool. If you don't get, it's fine. I'll show you now. Right, so the problem was with this guy here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a new folder, call it demo, call it whatever you want, and I'm gonna bring over a player build controls. Player build controls. There we go. Right, that's gonna be our custom compile in MP missions, which is a mission file. And next, I'm gonna open player modular build. What's that? And what else? Oh wait, and also I'm gonna also need plot hole, plot check, and modular build. There you go. So this is how the init file or initialized file or whatever works. At first it looks the same as old player build system, right? Just the beginning part of it, but the rest of it is just a bunch of let's call it nested functions within a larger function. You can call functions, you can pass an arrays to a function, and you can also receive it. Arguments. So you can pass arguments to functions, and you can receive arguments from them. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab we're gonna enter my custom compiles. They are just for the heck of it. They are, there you go. They're called from here, from the init file. And I am changing just this one here. You know the drill, the use. Right, so and it was in the demo folder. Thank you. We don't need that anymore. We will need this though. So right, so this is, oh no, we're not changing that. We're not changing that. Right, so this is where it works. How it works. This is the while loop I was talking about, right? And this is the controls for the player. But here we have some checks, and if these checks are done every half a second, and if they fail, the script will be exited, and you know, the building will be cancelled. So what we're gonna do is we're not gonna add any of those if loops. We don't need them. What we're gonna do is actually I'm gonna grab I'm gonna call a player build manually every 0.5 seconds, right? That's because that's how the sleep works there. And to achieve that, I need to pass some arguments. But you know, since you're building a random item, there's no way of knowing what is that a plot ball? Does it require a plot ball? Is that a campfire? I could just pass some of these randomly and just say no, it's not plot ball if you're building a house or something. Just a run custom building. No, it does not require plot ball, and it's not a land fire. I'm just telling it no, 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 and boom, should be fine. But that's not the case now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to actually do this part here. At the very beginning, we will call, just right before the while loop, we're gonna call this function here, and then we will be grabbing these configs from it. So we need this guy, and we're gonna need require plot. We're gonna need this guy, and oops, and we're gonna need this part. We'll just pass them, you know. Right. Cool beans. Now, for the last part, we're just gonna copy this thing here, and yeah, there we go. There's our sleep timer. Boom. That should work. And for that, let's just do a system chat format. And let's see, plot check. Let's see what it returns is near plot pole. No live plot poles were found nearby. Yeah, we're gonna need that one. Nearest plot. It returns in the object. We don't want that. But if you want that, you can grab what was the information of actual object that was found. And we're just gonna need their ID. We don't need friendlies because I'm gonna be the only one on the server. Just for the heck of it, just for the debug, okay? So we're gonna need 0 and 2. So I'm gonna call this dip check equals cool, and we're gonna need is plot and oh no, yeah, it was on. Oh no, Marika. Right. Right, that's it. So basically, what we're doing is we are making a new variable. that will like oh wait, actually I'm gonna have to define this guy here as well, right? I think so. Yeah, whatever. What? Nah, we don't need it. Should be fine. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Should be fine. Alright, let's go. Alright, here we go. I do apologize if the video appears clunky, laggy, or, you know, whatever, encoding problems, issues. That's because I'm recording at 1440p, but whatevs. So anyway, that is a plot pole, and those are secret. It's a secret. Yeah, those are buildables. Those are the objects I'm working on. I'm gonna do a video on them later on. They are interior objects you can paint and you can find around the world. Anyway, so that's the plot pole, right? Let's just go a bit away and let's build this metal thingy. Now you can notice on the bottom part there it says is plot 0 and the opener is 0. That means we are free to build. It's cool. So oh, there we go. I just moved in within the range and it says is plot any and owner any. For some reason it did not grab the information, but it did detect them. Okay, again, plot 0, owner 0, bring it in, boom, and it detects that is something there. I mean, I could probably, you know, investigate what the hell happened there and why is it not finding. Who cares? This is just a demo anyway. So what I could do instead is just for the demo, okay? Just for the I mean, I'm not gonna fix the code, just for the demo. If we find a plot pole, right? It checks. Something like that. Right, so if the depth check or if the is it plot pole or not is not 0, then sorry, it's not then. Exit with is okay, is false, all that good stuff. Detach, all this good stuff here. You can also set player build tool. Yeah, well, you get the idea, right? So potentially this is a fix for the anti-griefing. It only took like what, like few lines. Not that bad. So I hope you get the idea. What I'm trying to show you, what I was trying to achieve here. Basically, you can grab any of these, you can change them within the mission file without bringing the whole mission. Sorry, without bringing the whole player build over to your mission file. There's no need to that. You can only grab just a smaller part, which also helps reducing the file size of your mission file, of your mod. And again, as you've noticed, I've only changed controls, so the rest of the stuff we're actually still working from original destination or source folder, whatever. We're still being called from the player build, which is the modular build file here. So you know, you don't have to compile these yourself. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you like what the modular building thing, whatever brings to the table, and I really hope that you're gonna find a use for this as well. Thank you and goodbye.